quick introduction of Ajax. So Ajax stands for Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. It's a browser or front-end technology used to send HTTP requests in the background from the browser to the server. Okay, so means that the user may or may not realize that the request is sending to the browser to the server because the page won't be refreshed at the time of sending the request. So only the data will be exchanged from the server to the browser, and then the browser will decide which part to update on the page or may not update anything. So everything is controlled by the JavaScript code running in the browser so that the user won't realize anything. So the data format from the browser, we use it use XML format, like the object is called XML HTTP request, but the response don't need to be XML. It could be JSON, it could be plain text, it could be even pictures or some other data types. Okay, so it's a pure front-end technology. So from the backend's perspective or from the server's perspective, we don't need to update or modify our APIs or code to accommodate the Ajax calls. So you can think of it just like a normal HTTP client sending requests to the server. Okay, so we can just look at some examples. Okay, so we use the Ajax every day from the browser, but as a user, as a customer, but we may not realize. So if we go to, let's see, Google Finance, for instance, so we have this stock price keep changing all the time, but you never realize that the whole page got refreshed, right? So maybe some of the things are not, refreshed because they don't change a lot, but some of the part of the page they can be changed, okay, automatically. So to just look at the developer tool, go to network, okay, just clear all those previous loaded pages, and then you can see automatically there are some requests sending. Okay, so I didn't do anything, I didn't touch anything on the page, but requests still keep sending, okay, from the page to the server. We can also check this fetch or XHR, okay, XML HTTP request, and then it will only load the Ajax calls for us. Okay, as you can see, I didn't touch anything, but still the requests keep changing, right? Because the price they keep changing. We can just look at any of those, and you can see the HTTP request got sent to this long API supposed request, and 200 is okay, and then we have some payload, right? So you can think of maybe we cannot realize this, what are those, okay, data, but we can think of like the server must be understanding those kind of information. Okay, so maybe they are standing for this symbols of this stocks. Okay, but they are using the internal encoded methodology or whatever. Okay, so and then also the response is kind of like weird because it's not supposed to be read by the user. Okay, if the JavaScript which is sending this payload can understand this response, then the JavaScript code will update all those information on the page. Okay, so from the server's perspective, the server just need to implement the API that can take this input and then response back, the corresponding price or whatever information needed for the front end. Okay, so we're not gonna just try to understand what are those, but we just need to know. Okay, so the Ajax call basically is a front end technology that is used to send the request in the background. May or may not be periodically. So it's like you can, for this one it must be have a timer, right? So it has a time interval to keep sending the request every like 5 or 6 seconds. But sometimes maybe just the user click on something and then the Ajax call could be sent and then get the response back, so without refreshing the whole page. Okay, so it's all controlled by the front end JavaScript code or Angular React code. But this is just a technology that's used to interact with our backend API very, very frequently, and we should know when we develop something, and our API could also be potentially consumed by Ajax calls, okay, not just some other servers or some like testing tools. Okay, all right, that's it. Thanks.